Chappell Roan is getting a lot of industry pushback for her speech about demanding health insurance and a livable wage for young artists from major record labels. And
record labels need to treat their artists as valuable employees with a livable wage and health insurance and protection.
Less than 24 hours after her speech, an industry insider who worked in A&R for multiple years, it's no coincidence this is coming from a former A&R rep, called Jeff Rabin, published a full-blown attack piece on Chappell, calling her speech naive, misinformed, and out of touch. Jeff, you little bootlicking bitch, I think you are the one who is naive and out of touch, and Halsey said it about you on her Instagram story. Let me just reiterate it today. Chappell Roan really reminds me of Sinead O'Connor in that she is pressuring the industry from the inside to change its ways, whether that's by calling out toxic stand behavior that other celebrities are too afraid to address or touch in public, or by forcefully responding to photographers who are frankly abusive to women on the red carpets, and now by using her time on the Grammy stage to address the labor exploitation of young signed artists to major labels who keep them in limbo for years, offering them no way out, no support, and no health insurance. When you are saying something true, when you are ahead of your time, you will often face immense pushback from the powers that be, the people who are threatened by your voice in real time. It's Chappell's decision to talk about how record labels should provide a livable wage and health insurance to their artists is rooted in her own experience. After being signed as a minor, she was developed by her label aimlessly for years, only to get dropped and realize that she had no marketable skills and no future career prospects as a very young adult. She struggled to get employed and to afford health insurance. She said she felt betrayed and dehumanized. And this story is so much more common than you think it is. Major labels frequently engage in this predatory practice of signing large numbers of young artists only to shelve them, effectively controlling the market while minimizing their own risk. They have no intention of launching every artist, but they will make you think that when they are signing you. They take advantage of the fact that most young artists have no idea how major labels work and have blind faith that getting signed is the ultimate dream come true. By locking artists into restrictive contracts, labels prevent them from signing elsewhere, only investing in those who generate immediate returns. If an artist doesn't quickly prove to be commercially viable, as usually, a 16-year-old that's plucked from the middle of the country and moved to LA probably won't, the label withholds further support, often leaving them unable to release the music they've already made or escape their contract without paying exorbitant fees that they can't afford because they haven't been able to earn while they've been locked in this contract. This strategy allows labels to block competition, hoard talent, and own the rights to an artist's potential future. Jeff Rabin's piece in The Hollywood Reporter dismisses Chappell Roan's Grammy speech as naive and misinformed. My diva, my queen, Halsey, however, quickly fired back at him on Instagram, calling the article a ranting, seething tantrum, which it absolutely is, riddled with assumptions and accusations that generalize the experience of artists. A big part of this article's critique was pointing to people like Tom Petty, Prince, and Taylor Swift, pointing out what they've done to make actionable changes in the industry. And Halsey rightfully points out that those are elite artists who are financially secure and can fight for change because they have the leverage to do so, and they do not represent the majority of musicians, many of whom are barely making enough to scrape by. Rather than pushing the responsibility onto young musicians who have no leverage and often very little life experience to negotiate better deals or start industry-wide funds, perhaps it's time for labels to acknowledge their role in perpetuating the exploitation of young artists. Chappell Roan's speech isn't a sign of naivete. It's a challenge to a system that prioritizes profit over people, and judging by the backlash she's receiving from rubes like Jeff, how does that boot taste? It seems like her message has definitely hit a nerve with those invested in keeping things exactly as